Alright, so I need to address something in this video that has been bugging my mind lately. And since outside is winter and I cannot ride my bike, thoughts like this ride through my mind. What I've noticed, whether it's on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, doesn't matter the platform. A lot of content creators have all these great bikes, which I, to be honest, I quite like. And what I want to say is that if you're a beginner cyclist or want to get into a sport where you need a bicycle, I want to tell you that you don't actually need aero this, aero that, 50mm deep wheels, carbon this, carbon that. You don't need all that. Even though I've been riding this bad boy for almost 4 years now, and I've tried to ride it as much as possible, I still consider myself a beginner and an amateur. So if you want to put amateur and after that put any other sport, I can be in that category. Amateur cyclist, amateur triathlete, amateur swimmer, amateur runner, amateur weightlifter, amateur crossfitter, you name it, I'm in that sport. I'm an amateur. I'm your average Joe. But if I were to consider starting again, knowing what I know now, these are the things I would take into account if I want to buy a new bike. Ta-da! Here's my bike. This is a Cube Agree Pro from around 2014, 2015, and I like it. Yeah. And I don't know why I do not see a lot of content creators or a lot of people presenting this type of bikes. I know people have moved on and getting this type of bikes might be more difficult, but it's evident that it's much more easier to get a brand new bike from the store with insurance and all that. But these are great bikes. So I'm not only not ashamed to show it, I also have one. And people might look at first glance and say, oh, but you don't have aero handlebars. What's up with that? Oh, but you don't have an aero seat post. What's up with that too? And oh my goodness, is that an alloy seat post? Yes, it is. Oh my goodness, are those rim brakes? Are we from the dinosaur era? Come on, man. And are those rim brake wheels? Yeah, not only that these are rim brake wheels, these are aluminum rim brake wheels, 35mm deep. Oh, but you have mismatching components? Yes, I have Shimano 105 in the front and Shimano Ultegra in the back. I don't care, it works. That's how Shimano made components. You can interchange them, so I like it. I have no problem with it. So, W Shimano. But let me tell you the two reasons why I like this bike and why I want to sell it and I don't want to sell it at the same time. I want to sell it because I want to check out other bikes as well, but I do not want to sell it for these two reasons. And the first reason is this was a very affordable bike. I'm not going to say cheap, I'm going to say affordable. That's the proper word. A very affordable bike. I paid like around 700 to 800 euro 3 to 4 years ago, and the beauty is I took good care of it. The bike took good care of me, and if I want to sell it, or when I will sell it, I will be able to sell it with roughly the same amount. That's a nice thing that beginners should take into consideration. The second reason, because the bike has been so affordable, it served an amazing workbench for my mechanical skills. I learned a lot of things on this bike when it comes to mechanics. I learned how to clean it, I learned how to maintain it. I changed my chain recently and I made a video about it. I went from a lube-based system to wax-based system on my chain. I changed my bottle cages. I made a video about it. I changed my brake pads. I didn't make a video about it, but that was not the point. The point was that changing the brake pads cost me around €5. And that's for a set of 4 brake pads, which they will last me at least 2 years. But here's the kicker. Even though I just presented you all this stuff that are anti-speed, or what people are presenting these days, you need performance, you need speed, you need all that. Even though I presented you all this, having wires on the outside, maybe the wheels are not 50 mil deep so you can cut through the wind, I cannot, and I will repeat this, I cannot, listen to me, I cannot ride this bike as fast as it can go. And I'm sure a lot of beginner cyclists fall into that category. So rather than focusing on getting a new bike or getting a fancy bike that costs who knows how much, I would rather focus on riding more, on improving my skills. There are other things I will be focusing on this year to improve my cycling experience. So let me show you what are the things I will be focusing on this year. And I think this is a list that I quite like. I hope you do too. All right, so let me show you what I will be focusing on this year. All right, ready? Let's go. The saddle. This is the first thing I will be exchanging this year, because even though this is a very good saddle, this is a San Marco Aspide FX Carbone. You put all those fancy wording in there. This is a if I think it's pretty expensive, this saddle, but the problem is this saddle actually makes my ass numb. After a period of riding it, it's making my ass numb, so it's reducing my cycling experience. So a seat plus a pair of bib shorts, they work very good hand in hand. I have an okay pair of bib shorts, like entry level, but a bike seat, bike saddle, and a pair of good bib shorts are what I'm gonna be focusing on today. Because look here, you have with your bike 3 contact points. You have your saddle, you have your hands on the handlebar, and you have your feet on the pedals. So a lot of, the majority of time, you're gonna stay on the saddle. So it's important to focus on the comfort of the ride. Second of all, no, not the pedals, even though these are like a no-name pedal, but they work. I will be focusing on shoes, bike shoes. Yes, these are bike shoes. These are my bike shoes. Let me show them to you. These are some Garnet. I bought them because they match in color with the bike. These are some Garnet MTB bike shoes. They did their purpose, but the problem is the same as the saddle. They make my feet numb. Having a numb ass and some numb feet, that results in a very unpleasant experience when riding. So getting a good quality pair of shoes that are wider than this one will be the focus for this year. The third thing, I don't have it right now. Can you imagine I rode for almost 4 years without this component? Can you see what's missing here? Yes, I don't have a bike computer, but I will get one this year. In addition to the bike computer, I will be getting a bike radar. Right now I only have some standard brake lights, but I will be getting a bike radar in conjunction with the bike computer. Look, I'm not gonna lie, here in Eastern Europe, drivers are not that well educated, and I cannot rely on them for my safety on the road. So I have to take matters in my own hands. So yeah, a bike computer with a bike radar should be the go-to. The fourth thing, it's this baby right here, a saddlebag. This is the thing that you might say you don't need it, but once you made the purchase, you will be glad you did. So let me tell you something. Before I bought this saddlebag, I always had to take the spare tube, multi-tool, quick link, levers, surgical gloves in case things get messy, and I had to stuff them behind in the back pockets. And not only that, I had to make sure that I took all of them, so I didn't miss one. Yeah, but now all of them are packed inside, so it saved me a lot of time. So that's for me a very good time saver. And now I have my back pockets empty, so I can fill it up with more gummy bears, sandwiches, you name it, sweet stuff, whatever you can think of it, I can fill those back pockets with. So this is a good one. This is a good one. I quite like it and I quite enjoy it. All right, now on to the fifth one. These are tires, my friends. I do not regret getting these Continental GP 5000 tires because they are very good quality. The last thing I would want when riding my bike is having my tire blow out or having my tire slip. No, I do not want none of that because that's a recipe for disaster. Having a good pair of quality tires will result in less rolling resistance on the road and a better ride quality overall. Plus, they will last you way longer. That's the list for me this year. 5 things. Yeah, 5 things. So you just saw me mention a lot of these 5 things, but none of them had to do with speed. Like all of them had to do with comfort and safety. I want to be safe on the road and I want to enjoy the bike ride. I'm not a professional. I'm an amateur. I'm a beginner. I like riding for the pure pleasure of it. So that's my list with the things on the bike I will be focusing on. I do hope you enjoyed this type of vlog type video. I will be making a few more just to see if people quite like it. I can make more. But I do hope you like it and I will continue with this type of video. If you have a friend or if you want to save this video, share it. Don't just keep it to yourself. Don't be selfish. With that being said, peace out and see you in the next.
You won't find me in the club. I'm in the lab trying to sharpen up the sword, swinging blades at these scrubs. Bitches flock like bugs to the light, getting right. Treat my hoes like these raps. I don't really gotta.